Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Boink Studios, and check us out on boinkstudios.com, where you can see all of our projects, past, present, and future. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy's show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this is Tom Clark's Main Event. We're back once again here on Facebook Live. Glad you are with us. We're also recording today. The show will post on YouTube, as well as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. Subscribe and download today, and please follow the Tom Clark's Main Event Facebook page for more content, as well as our Patreon page. This is episode number 174, and yes, we're moving right along here on Facebook Live. I want to thank everyone for joining us here, of course, and for coming back each and every week. Much thanks to Heidi Ryan and the whole crew at Wrestling Rumors for giving us this platform. We do greatly appreciate it. So episode number 173 was WrestleMania weekend. We talked about the show of shows, which of course took place in the Empty Performance Center. What did you think? Loved it? Hated it? Indifferent to it? Well, today is your chance to be heard. Plus, we've got some big news. This time, the main event is the Revival and WrestleMania review. How you like that? What's up, kids? Hope everybody out there is doing freaking fantastic. We're doing pretty good here in the House of Clark. All is well. Just a second. How do you get the word rabbis out of the word thanks? Really? The autocorrect feature is a very intriguing thing. Hey, welcome back to the show. That moment of spell check brought to you by Tom Clark's Main Event. What is up, folks? Shane, how dare you beat me to the punch? Actually, you didn't beat me, Shane. I gave the name of the show before you could even say anything about it. Ha! So ha, okay? Yes. Hope everyone out there is doing great. You already, people are joining in. They're already talking about it. Talking about what's going on. It's the headline of the day, folks. It's the thing that everyone's talking about right now. I can't wait to get into this. This is going to be fun. We are waiting to get some more folks on board. Everyone's quarantining. I got some hot coffee. I got some WrestleMania on the WWE Network on my TV. So we're all good. Refreshment. So, Nate Dogg, what's up? Tony, what's going on? Welcome back, Tony, Ron, what? Ron Strauss says the Revival's boring. Boo, Ron, boo. Boo to you, sir, I say. Boo to you. Hey, man, everyone's got their own flavor. It's all good. What's up, Sandy in Germany? I know before you even tell me. Did you already tell me? Shane, the big New Japan man. What's up, my brother? Good to see you. Yeah, man. So people are still coming on board today. The viewing experience here on Wrestling Rumors for the past few weeks has been, I don't want to say up and down. Usually we were averaging about 100 folks before the quarantine. Since the quarantine, we average close. It's taken a little while for folks to come on board here today, but it's all good. I think people are staying at home, hopefully, and they're finding a lot of things to sort of take up their time. Maybe watching yours truly is not one of them all the time. It is what it is. I've been hearing from friends of mine that sort of the same thing is happening to them as well. So, we'll see how it goes today. Hopefully we draw a good crowd. Good afternoon, Jason. What's up, Jason? 2 Jasons here today, my friends. Charles, what's going on? Happy Friday to you, one and all. I've been doing this show a little bit different since the pandemic broke. I don't know why. It's just something I've been wanting to try. Usually I would go live, and I would say a little something, then I would get quiet and hit record and then read the intro. And now I just read the intro the moment I go live. So those of you listening to the show and not watching the show don't have any idea that I changed the thing, but it's all good. Sandy's asking where Miss Lopez is. Hopefully she is just around the corner waiting to come on. We're looking for our usual cast of characters that shows up pretty much every week. It's a friendly reminder to you all. If you are if you're watching the show, if you watch the show on a regular basis, please tell your friends. If you got friends or family that are pro wrestling fans, I'd appreciate the view. It costs you nothing. All you need is an internet connection, baby, and you're hooked up. Just watch the show, man. You can subscribe to my show on Google Play, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you want to find your favorite podcast. It's free of charge for sure. So please come on and hang out, man. Wilson in Cape Town. Well, shut up, Wilson. Cape Town, South Africa, is that right? Wilson, my friend, welcome to the show. I love making friends all across the world. Let me get my words out. Wilson, send me a friend request, my friend, and I will accept. Look up Tom Clark. There's a whole bunch of us. So if that doesn't work, if you can't find me, you can send me a link to your page in the Wrestling Rumors Facebook Instant Messenger, and I'll send you a friend request. I like making friends all over the world. Byron in Scotland. I know, I just butchered it. My apologies. Byron, if we're not friends on the Facebook, please, sir, let's make that happen. I like making friends from all over the world. Tony, same for you. Mark, same for you in Burnley, UK. Dude, send me some friend requests, guys. I love collecting friends. I collect friends like Vince McMahon collects wrestlers. But you like that? It's pretty good, huh? Maybe I'll just make my own brand. I'll make my own NXT brand. I'll put all my collective friends in it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Jason says not much wrestling to really talk about, right? Well, we're going to review WrestleMania, Jason, you negative person, you. I didn't have a good name for you. Sorry about that. So I went live last night on the High Velocity Wrestling page. Man, I've got big time allergies. If you can't see that, you're blind as a bat. And if you're just listening, let me assure you, I have big time allergies. My eyes are bloodshot every day. It's crazy. The pollen's insane, dude. Look, what's up, Nathaniel in Mobile, Alabama? Mobile! Just remember the James Brown song. Scottish Man was definitely amazing to watch. You guys are talking about Drew McIntyre, aren't you? Sweet. Caesar in Long Island. Caesar, Long Island? Listen, all you guys and gals, send me some friend requests, man. I'm not even playing. Listen, my Facebook page is harmless. I just post random stuff. I post a lot of the pro wrestling company I'm involved with, High Velocity Wrestling. And here's the cool part. If you guys send me a friend request, I will then send you invites to like the HVW page. High Velocity Wrestling is the company that me and a great friend of mine are responsible for sort of running behind the scenes. It's based out of Hendersonville, North Carolina. We're in Flair country here in the Carolinas, baby. Believe that. So we run good events, and I'm proud of our company. And we've got a lot of big things ahead of us for sure. So, Shane said I got 2 matches that will beat WrestleMania. Tom Clark versus HVW. Brother, Shane, I got nothing to do with wrestling in the ring, my friend. I'm not about that. I'm not, righteous will be dealt with in all due time. It's not going to be by my hands. I got a job to do. I'm a professional. I'm executive behind the scenes in HVW. I have no desire to get into the ring and tussle with anyone. Or throw hands, as they say. Thank you, Byron. Thank you, my man. You guys are awesome. Christopher says WrestleMania was just as awkward as I expected it to be. Yeah. I can't argue that at all. Interesting. Intriguing. But yeah, totally awkward. I'm with you. I like how that wasn't like negative. He was just being honest. That's cool. The virus shutting everything down for sure. No doubt about it. Yeah, you see this? Talking about pollen? Yikes. Whew. Let's see. Do I actually believe there's control? No, I don't believe anything about Goldberg creative control thing. I don't believe that for a second. No one. Vince McMahon's not going to allow anyone to have creative control, folks. He might let you have a say. He might let you have your opinion, and he'll hear you out. But I don't think there's anything like that at all. Hey, what's up, everybody? Emerson got cheated in Tampa from WrestleMania. I hear you, man. I hear you. It sucks, dude. I know for sure. I hate to hear that. But it is what it is. We all got to stay safe, man. Do you think should have won WrestleMania? I think the people that WWE wanted to win at WrestleMania won at WrestleMania. We're going to review the show. It is what it is. Chris was always asking about Kelly. I still have nothing on Kelly. Hello, India. Welcome back to the show. Want you see Shane? I would love to see me do the Dusty Elbow as well, the Bionic Elbow. I would love to see that. It's not going to happen, but man, wouldn't that be fun, right? So, let's get into this, man. For all 90 of you watching, the Revival have been released by WWE. Scott Dawson, say it again, easy for me to say, Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder, and no, that's not their real names. They've been released by WWE. You could pretty much say that, yes, they're going to be headed to AEW. We don't know that for sure. Nothing's been announced because it can't be. There's a 9-day no-compete clause. We all assume that that's in effect, as it is for most talents that leave that company. Hello, Blair in Vancouver, British Columbia. Blair, send me a friend request, my friend. If you can't find me, send it in Wrestling Rumors Instant Messenger, and I'll look you up and send you one. Please, everyone, do that. I'm in the business of collecting friends. That's what I do. We all need to stick together, man. It's a crazy time out there, yes? So, yeah, they 9-day no-compete clauses we assume most talents in that company have, as we believe they have most of the time. Good for them. They've been wanting out for a while. They got what they wanted. It only took a year to make it happen or something like that. This has been a long time coming. These two cats deserved way more than they ever got in that company. I thought the angle they had with Orton was fun. It was interesting. At the end of the day, WWE didn't keep up with it because it's WWE, and sometimes they make stuff not fun. So, Greg says, you have a lot of power, respect in the pro wrestling business. Please use it to bring back Saturday Night's main event. Good wrestling in the ring. Well, Greg, I don't know if I can do anything about Saturday Night's main event, but you can watch Tom Clark's main event all the time. And I've got my own Facebook page and my own Patreon page. So as all of you are out of work and needing money, throw me some money. I'm kidding. The Patreon page is there. I'd appreciate you taking a look. It means a lot. It means a lot to me. There's some cool content there for sure. Rick in Myrtle Beach, you're about 4.5 hours away from me, sir. Hope you're doing great. Alma says she hopes the Revival goes to the NWA. They could go there as a stopping off point before heading to AEW. That'd be interesting. I'd be with that for sure. I'd be with that for sure. For anybody sending me messages on Wrestling Rumors Instant Messenger, just hold tight. I'll hit you guys as soon as the show's over. Cindy Carson Hendren, hello, or howdy from Cindy in Texas. Welcome to the freaking show. Have you ever watched before? I don't think I've ever talked to you before. Send me a friend request, Cindy. I'm back in the business of collecting friends here on the show. Friends, fans, everything in between. Good stuff. Let's see. Glad that Lance Archer is finally getting his just due. Yes, sir. Same here. It's Friday Night Messiah. Friday Night Messiah Facebook. I thought about going live in an evening occasionally. I was going to go live during parts of WrestleMania, but I see that Chris Featherstone had kind of beat me to it, and it's all good. Chris is a colleague and a friend, and a really, really good dude. So I know he had fun doing it. I'm sure you guys probably, hopefully had fun watching him. Revival lacks the charisma to get over anywhere else. Well, Christopher, that's your opinion. I respect your opinion. But I say tell them that, and challenge them. And let's see them rise to the occasion, because I believe they will. Honestly, I believe they'll rise to the occasion. I really do. And we'll see how it goes. The pro wrestling fans, the audience, respect these guys through and through. The casual pro wrestling fans, they don't even know who they are. Well, they do because they work for WWE, or they did. See what I'm saying? The casual pro wrestling fan usually only watches WWE. It's the only thing they know. So I will challenge you on that statement. I think they'll be just fine. My opinion, yes. Friday noon Messiah, that works. Ric Flair on Broken Skull. Man, I gotta watch the Broken Skull stuff, man. Can you believe I've not caught up on any of that yet? It's crazy. Let's see. So yeah, it's good to see the Revival getting loose, getting free at last, right? They got what they wanted. It just took a long freaking time to get here. I'm anxious to see what they're going to do. I'm anxious to see what they're going to be called. I'm anxious to see how AEW will use them. Well, here's one for you. I'd like to see them head to New Japan for a few matches. Because, AEW's got an open door policy, man. For most of the time, they will allow certain talents to work for New Japan. Can you imagine seeing that? Seeing the Revival go to Japan and work Los Ingobernables, Evil and Sonata? How about the Guerrillas of Destiny? Shut up. The GOD versus the Revival? Shut up. Wouldn't that be good? That's fun, dude. How about Show and Yo? That'd be a fun match, too. Man, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Emerson says Revival just never seemed to quite catch. Oh, it's brother. It's WWE Creative for sure. Yes, I did see the 24 on Edge. Shannon, thank you for the question. Fantastic. Freaking fantastic. Such a good special. Awesome stuff. And it hits close to home for me too, because I'm an hour and a half away from Asheville. So I recognize a lot of the scenes from the show. Not his house, obviously. I'm not stalking the guy, don't get me wrong. But it's beautiful country up there. Depending on what part of Asheville you're in, it's beautiful country for sure. Yeah, so it was very good. I highly recommend watching that show. It's awesome. Tony, yeah, let me see if that was you, brother. And confirm. There you go, my friend. Tony just sent me a friend request. Guess what I did? I accepted. Now Tony and I are friends. Ha 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 ha. All of you could be my friend. All of you. Make it happen. Anyway. Can I wait to see the Undertaker documentary? Yeah, man, they really tease us with the Revival versus Briscoes. Well, shut up, Christopher. That's awesome. I'm loving that too. Freaking awesome. Make that happen. I think, honestly, I don't know this for sure, but I would say right now that of John Moxley's mindset when he left WWE, he said, man, the world's my oyster now. I can go anywhere and do anything I want to. Have all these dream matches I've been thinking of for years. Can you imagine what's going through their heads right now? It's good stuff. So, no, I don't see Dash and Dawson going singles, Nick. I mean, you could be right. Anything could happen. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. But I just don't see that going. I mean, they released together. See what I'm saying? Which tells me that WWE didn't see any value in them separately. Hardly saw any value in them together, to be fair. All right, folks, let's go ahead and let's hit the WWE WrestleMania card. You guys want to go ahead and do that and talk about the matches? It's a big 2 nights, man. We'll fly through these and we'll come back and you guys tell me what you're thinking about everything, all right? Night 1 took place on Saturday, of course. Cesaro defeated Drew Gulak in a kickoff match, part 1 of WrestleMania. Bliss and Cross defeated the Kabuki Warriors to become the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Elias defeated King Corbin. The Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch defeated Shayna Baszler. So there's about half the card, close to it, of the first night. Any of those matches you guys want to touch on right now? What are you thinking? Wrestling Groomers page, how do I send your friend request? Tim, I tell you what, brother. How about I look you up? Or I tell you, send a message, Tim, to Wrestling Rumors Instant Messenger. Instant Messenger, Wrestling Rumors Instant Messenger. And just say, hey, Tom, here I am. And I will click on your name after the show. Sound good? Yep. Yep. They actually were not released together because... Well, okay, Jason, to your point. Good point, Jason. Good call. What's up, Phil? Oh, Chad, welcome to the show. Never call me Tommy again. I got to stop being Tommy at like age 16, brother. I'm not mad at you. But it's Tom. Anyway. Let's see. Dominic from Selena, Ohio. What's in store for Brocken? Maybe. Here's something that I noted, and we'll get into this later. The fact that Brock laid in the ring and Drew celebrated and Brock didn't move, or he kind of just rolled around for a second, that's pretty big. He didn't roll out of the ring and just let Drew have the ring. That was kind of big to me. That's a statement. That's a statement that Drew defeated him soundly. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a fluke win and Brock wasn't back up within, 30 seconds. That's pretty big. I think that's important. I know it is. So we kind of all believed that maybe he would get anointed at WrestleMania. We weren't sure. You can never trust the creative process of that company because you never know what the freak they're going to do most of the time. But I thought that was a pretty good sign that Drew's the man now. He's being coordinated for sure. So folks are talking about the matches already. Emerson says Corbin is boring. Don't know why WWE say. Brother, from your lips to the ears of God, my friend. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't have any idea why that's the case, but it is. You're right. More specifically, Vince is very high on him. I don't hate Corbin. I'm not a fan of his work in the ring. I don't think he's ever found his character. I don't think he can talk that well. And this is that's kind of the whole package. If you can't, if your work is not, maybe where it could be or where it should be to be able to get you over, and if you can't talk, that's kind of the whole package. That I don't know if, and the the bad part about having to shave your head, I mean, you could tell the guy's had massive thinning hair on top. But the problem with shaving all the hair is that you're left with a look that you can't really do much with. Very few exceptions to that. Very few exceptions of guys through the years who have had no hair that never missed it and actually improve their look and actually improve them. Corbin's not one of them, in my opinion, because it just seems like there's not much being done. He's got tats and stuff. He's got height. He's got Golden Gloves background. Dude wears a shirt in the ring, folks. He's wearing his merch in the ring. I mean, he's facing Elias. Elias is wearing a shirt in the ring. I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? These are all being nitpicky things, but this is just how I see it. Corbin, hot garbage. Braun winning on go. We'll get there, my friend. We'll get there, I promise you. Let's see. I got some messages popping up on my phone. I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to answer. I won't answer them right now. So let's see. Someone was just making a great point, and I was going to go up to see what you guys are talking about. You guys end up having conversation amongst yourselves. I love that stuff. So yeah, so here's my quick thoughts on the first half of this card. I didn't think the Gulak Cesaro match went very. I love both guys. I love that Gulak's getting an opportunity. I'm not going to hold my breath and believe that Gulak's going to get anything besides being, hooked up to Daniel Bryan for right now. Excuse me. Mostly because I just don't. I know their track record with taking talents that you don't see too much of, putting them on TV, getting them hot, and then they just disappear for 6 months. By the time you see them again, you don't care anymore. I hope this doesn't happen to Gulak. I'm a fan. I am. I'm just like I'm a fan of Daniel. I don't want to see that happen to Drew. I like the guy a lot. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll be dead wrong. The match between Bliss, Cross, and Asuka and Kairi Sane was good. Maybe not great. I love Asuka. I'm absolutely enamored with Asuka. You guys have to know that. If I ever got a tat, it would be on my chest of her. It would be massive from peck to peck. I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. Wouldn't that be awesome? I love her. She's just so good. And she's just so good. She gets it. You can see talents in the ring and you're like, yeah. You know how you look at Baron, you feel like Baron to this day, even with all the money they put into him and all the time and attention he's received from the richest pro wrestling company on the planet, you feel like he still is missing something. Have you ever felt that way about Asuka? Be honest. I've never in my life felt that about Asuka. She is the complete package. I just can't imagine anything that she's missing. I don't think she's missing a thing, folks. She gets it from the way she moves to the way she talks, from her facial expression, her expressions to everything else about her character. She totally gets it. That's why I love her so much. She's natural for this. She was made for this world. No doubt about it. I'm watching Elias and Corbin right now. It was a match, I suppose. It is what it is. I wasn't high on either guy. I've never been high on Elias. Again, it's nothing personal. I don't bash either guy. I never have. I've never felt Elias. I felt like that they just put him out there in the blue jeans and the guitar, and they don't know. They just think that's what he is, and they're not doing anything any differently, and it's just very odd. Finn versus Walter, potential for UK Championship. Yeah, I agree with that. I love that idea. As a British guy, this is a dream match to see. Oh my God, I love Walter, for sure. And yes, I'm pronouncing it that way, for sure. Ray says Braun is horrible as champ. I would love to see him lose. Yeah, people talking about Drew. Happy Drew won. That's for sure. Robbie, I don't know. The whole thing with Big Show was very odd. I mean, they gave him a little something because of the show. It's getting the WWE brand out there, keeping it out there, I should say. So I guess they decided they had to give him a little something. I don't know. Crazy. Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch defeated Shayna Baszler. Somewhat surprising, but look at it this way, folks. That loss didn't hurt anyone. It didn't hurt Shayna at all. Becky got the win, and then it was over. And it was people upset because she's held the title for a year. Get over it, for real. Even if I didn't like Becky much in the ring or as a character, I still would be over it because it's WWE. It's their call, man. I think Becky's been a great ambassador for them. Not that they could always use some more good ambassadors, yes, but I think that's a good thing for her. I know it's a good thing for them. I love Becky. I do. I like her a lot. I always have. And she, am I happy she won? I mean, I don't know. You can make the case that Shayna should have walked away with it. But you can also make the case that Rhea Ripley never should have lost to Charlotte Flair. And I'll make that case later. But, I mean, I like Becky a lot. We'll see what they do with it. I mean, it's not over. Obviously, they made that clear on Raw. That's not over. So we'll see what happens. Let's hit the other half of this card, shall we? Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn defeated Daniel Bryan in what a lot of people believe was a shocker. SmackDown Tag Team Champion John Morrison defeated Kingston and Jimmy Uso in a triple threat ladder match. By the way, they never explained where all the partners were. Did you notice that? Kevin Owens defeated Seth Rollins in a no DQ match. It is what it is. I like both guys. They've pulled this thing out to last forever, haven't they? Strowman defeated Goldberg to become the Universal Champion. The match was fine. I didn't see it being a deal breaker either way. I do like both guys, but I'll be honest with you, if Strowman keeps this belt longer than a month, I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked. Not that it won't happen, but as I've said to you guys on multiple occasions before, I believe Braun Strowman is the spoiler. And I just don't see them thinking that he's championship material. I think they pulled this at the last second because they had to do something, so they decided to just put the belt on him, which means that they were probably going to put the belt on Roman anyway. So they're taking it off Goldberg to put it on someone else besides Braun, and Braun's the middleman. My opinion. We'll see what happens. And then, of course, the match that everyone's talking about, The Undertaker versus AJ Styles in the Boneyard match. And none of us knew what that was until it happened. And man, was it entertaining. Funnest match ever. So, yeah. Is funnest a word? Well, by cracky, it is now. Let's see. Give Braun a chance. I never didn't give Braun a chance. Sandy, you want somebody to give Braun a chance? Tell WWE to give Braun a chance. You think putting that title on him is giving him a chance? We'll see. Prove it to me. Prove me wrong, right? We'll see what happens, man. I don't know. Have I gone black again? Good God, what's happening with this the streaming thing, man? This is crazy. Let's see. Jarvis said, I thought WrestleMania was okay. Good that Sami Zayn won. Sandy says good that Sami Zayn won. Interesting. I'm still streaming on my end, but for some reason I'm not showing. Can you guys see me? There I am. Let's see. Boneyard was awesome. I really enjoyed the Boneyard match. It was very cool. Taker versus AJ was the best match of night one. I'll submit to you that it was the best match of the entire show. It was different. The production was insanely fantastic. It looked like a movie because that's what it was supposed to look like. It's craziness, isn't it? Everything that they did in that match. And they got both guys over. They achieved everything they wanted to achieve. Taker looked good. This is the kind of match Taker needs to have. Yeah, sorry about that, Nick. I'm back. My bad. This is the kind of match that Taker needs to have. No doubt about it. If Taker's going to continue to work. And listen, I told you guys last week or the week before that WWE keeps calling him, that he's not calling them. Judging by the way this documentary looks, I may be wrong on that, and I'll be the first one to tell you when I'm wrong. Maybe it's more of a combination of the two, or maybe it's mostly Taker. We'll see. I'm interested to see how this documentary plays out, but it does really feel like they're leading up toward the end. It feels like this may be leading toward the end. It could be leading to WrestleMania 37. Maybe it's too far off. Maybe it's going to be SummerSlam. I don't know. So, yeah. God, notifications. I hate notifications. When they push Gallows and Anderson again, well, Byron, they're kind of pushing them right now with them being, directly tied to AJ. But as far as pushing them as a tag team, the Revival's gone now. The door just opened for another team to get over. You know what I'm saying? So it's the door's open again. So we'll see what happens. Kyle says it was the first time after a Taker match I want to see him again in a long time. Kyle, same here, brother. Same here. Good call. Very good call. Sandy said Jeff Hardy's Universal Champion. Putting Jeff over on Braun. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I'm sure they'd find a way to do it, whether or not it made sense or not. Ray says Street Profits rock. I do like the Street Profits a lot. It's been a. It seems like they They got on Raw and they were cutting promos, and that's all they were doing. And suddenly they're everywhere, and they're on Raw all the time in many different segments. That match wasn't on Raw that lasted. How many segments it lasted? Insane, dude. Insane. Am I thinking of Mania? No, I'm thinking of Raw, aren't I? So night one. What type of match could Sting take? I was kind of hoping Sting was going to show up in this, Michael. To be honest with you, I thought that would have been cool. What's next for Styles? He was buried alive, sort of like Paul Bear. If he's done, or will he come up with a way? Oh yeah, no, he won't be a zombie, Bill. Wouldn't that be awful? I'm a phenomenal zombie, man. I mean, he is kind of country. Let's be caught for what it is. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if they're going to do anything wacky like that, but it's going to be interesting. I like AJ a lot, so he's just as good now as he ever was. Age has not affected him at all. AJ is still one of the best in the world, and some would argue the best in the world. I still say Okada, pound for pound, is the best wrestler in the world, and I think he has been for years, to be quite honest with you. But AJ is very, very good, no doubt about it. Nate Dogg. Nate asking about how the heck do you take the belt off Charlotte now? Good question, Nate, because she's beating everybody, and then she beat the people talking about Becky. People talking about Becky, talking about she's beat everybody, and then she beat the challenger. Well, let's be honest, Charlotte's beat everybody too, and now she's beat the person that should have beat. I mean, Rhea Ripley should have won that match. I'm not having heartburn over it. I'm just stating the fact. Not just my opinion. It's a fact. She should have won that match. Now, maybe this thing is leading to something bigger down the road. We'll have to see what happens. I don't know. But, it'd be interesting to go. Let's see what happens. Yeah, Kyle, I like that. I like that thing you've got about Cena Crow to represent Sting. Alan was asking who would be Sister Abigail. I don't know. I don't know if they should go back down that road again. I think they left that part of him behind. Just leave it behind. I don't think you need to go that route now. I think that what they've transformed him into, they've done a lot of work to get there. Why would you want to go back and revisit the other? All right, folks, let's hit this. Night 2 of WrestleMania 36. Kickoff match. Liv Morgan defeated Natalya in a match that was just kind of there. As we said, Charlotte Flair defeated Rhea Ripley to become the new NXT Women's Champion. Crazy days out there, folks. You've got a younger champion with more to prove and a tremendous upside and a longer future, you would assume. Maybe not, who knows, barring injury, of course, between the two women. But she goes under to the veteran. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It's something. Charlotte losing wouldn't have hurt her a bit, but yet she won, so it's kind of messed up. Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley. Aleister Black defeated Bobby Lashley. I like Aleister. I'm a big fan. I have been for a long time. I said forever. I was the guy saying that he is a star, and that he needs to be portrayed as such. I don't know that they've always done right by him. Sorry, I'm looking for a pen. There we are. Sorry. I don't know if they've always done right by him, but to be honest with you, I've said that a lot about a lot of different people over the years. And I just think he looks like a star. I think if you're scale, if you're measuring, if the way you measure a star is by whether or not that man or woman can turn heads in a public place, Aleister Black is definitely a star. Even being tatted up with the haircut and everything, and there's a lot more dudes that look like that these days. I'm sorry, but any room of people I'm in, if he walks in right now, you're going to think that he's somebody. I mean, honest to God, you're going to think that he's somebody. You may not think he's a professional athlete, but you may get the feeling that he's an actor or something. I just think he has a presence about him, for sure. We'll see if WWE ends up agreeing with that notion at the end of the day. They've taken guys that looked good and worked well and seemed like they fit, or maybe didn't fit the mold, and that was the point they could get over. They've taken those men or women in the past and they've wrecked them. So we'll see what happens. Black versus Drew. Oh, absolutely. I'd love to see that. Charlotte is the John Cena and Roman Reigns. Man, Sandy, that's funny you say that. I wrote the column a long time ago that Charlotte is the Roman Reigns of the women's division, and people laughed at that. No kidding. People said what was it they said about me? Stop making comparisons like this. I'm like, okay, I'm right. You're wrong. Period. Because she was the Roman Reigns of the women's division. Maybe she still is. I don't know. But at the point, it was like you couldn't dispute her talent. You couldn't dispute that how that she was good. But she was continuously shoved down your throat whether you wanted her to be or not. Even though the fans didn't want it like that, they still did it. They refused to listen. I mean, that was my gauge, and that she was, weird promos and couldn't talk great. I still don't think Charlotte Flair is a great talker, in my opinion. When she does the woo, to this day, it feels so forced. I can't lie. It's my opinion. It's how I feel. I feel like the woo, when she does it, is incredibly forced. She does it because it was her dad's. I don't think she does it for any other reason than that. I don't think it accentuates her character. It gets the fans doing it with her. I don't think it helps her character that much at all, to be honest. It's like Flair does it. It comes from the gut. When everyone else does it, they're saying it. You know what I'm saying? It's like singing through your nose. You're not really singing. You're singing through your nose. It's like auto-tune or something. You're not really singing, right? But that's just my take. You guys can hate it or love it. It's whatever you think. RJ says, I always think the only reason Ripley lost because her visa expired, so she had to go back to Australia to get it straightened out. Same as Devlin having to drop the title because he's stuck in Ireland right now. I won't argue that. I don't know if I would say it's the only reason, but is it a contributing factor? I'll agree with that. Sure, all day. Henry says Undertaker is great. Undertaker showed some flashes of brilliance during that Boneyard match, didn't he? No doubt about it. Let's see. What else we got? Otis defeated Dolph Ziggler in a match that I did not care about. I still don't care about it. I like Otis a lot. Otis did a little Instagram live thing with not Liv Morgan. What's her name? Help me out here. Oh my God. How come I just totally forgot her name? I'm going to have to click it. Isn't that terrible? Mandy Rose. There it is. Crazy. And it's cute. They're playing like they're a couple now, so it's cute. I don't care much for romance angles in WWE. I never have. I don't care about romance in my pro wrestling. I get it. I know that Savage and Miss Elizabeth was huge. I get it. I just don't care. It's just not my bag. It never has been, to be honest. Bill Murray says, I'm showing my age, but Cruz reminds me of reincarnation of S.D. Jones. Great build. A lot of talent, but basically a jobber. I know who you're talking about. As Special Delivery Jones, Bill. I know who you're talking about. But he's a jobber because that's how they're using him, right? We don't yet know what he's capable of in that company because he's not being allowed to do anything. And I don't think putting him in how long did that match go the other night with him on Raw? I just don't know if that was the answer to it, right? Am I crazy? I don't know if we know what he's capable of yet in that company because they won't let him do it. You might end up being right, but I don't know. Hello, Gary in Buffalo, New York. No, Mandy and Otis evidently are not. I mean, I don't know for sure. How do I know what people are doing behind closed doors? So this could end up being an Edge and Lita thing. I don't know. I don't think they are, but I can't swear to it. But I know they're cute together. Do we think Cena has one more world title run in him? And if so, Byron, I've said this many times before. If I were a betting man, I would say that John doesn't want another world title run because it would break Flair's record. Now, maybe I'm wrong. I'd love to ask him the question one of these days. I'd love to know what he'd say. But to be honest with you, I just don't know. I don't know. Going to be interesting to see what happens. But I think John's enjoying retirement. Yes, he came back and worked the match, but it's WrestleMania, right? I just don't. And I'll tell you this, Flair loves him. Rick would be totally fine if John broke his record, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I would say he would be, right? I personally don't want to see him break Flair's record. So maybe I'm just being biased when I give you that opinion. What do you think? You know what? Edge versus Seth Rollins, Shannon, I'll buy that all day. Absolutely. Do you know who Bill Goldberg's next big match is? I don't know. Who's Goldberg got left to... Rollins, maybe it'll be Rollins. I don't know. I mean, if Goldberg does this again, it needs to either be for a title, it needs to be against someone he's never faced before, like a Brock Lesnar kind of thing, or like a big legend versus legend thing, or something like that. Don't you think? Honestly, I think that's how it should go. We'll see if he does it again. We'll see. No, I haven't, Kyle. Is it changed? I'll check it out. Seen his Instagram. Where's Rusev? Man, Bill, who knows, brother? Rusev. Who knows? Lana's Russian, then she's not Russian. She's blonde, then she's not blonde. She's got her body popping out of everything she wears. I mean, listen, Lana blocked me on Twitter years ago. Okay? I was on there during Raw one night, and I said, Lana needs to do something. I'm paraphrasing. It was something to the effect of, Lana needs to do something more than just stand there. She just stands there. She doesn't do anything. She never gets involved in the match. She never tries to help her guy win. She just stands there. And I said, give me Sensational Sherry any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Much more effective. Lana blocked me. Don't like a man's opinion, huh? That's all right, man. I get that a lot. It's all good. Yeah, she blocked me. I've been blocked for years. People read their own press. Listen, if you think that wrestlers, especially WWE superstars, don't read what you say, think again. You may not get responses on Twitter or Facebook or anywhere else for that matter. But if you think that they're oblivious to it, you're wrong. They're reading their own press. Not all of them do, but a lot of them do a lot. And that's the truth. They read their own press. So, yeah, don't ever mistake that. I mean, that's a fact. I've written stuff about guys before and didn't tag them, and they still commented on it. Believe that. How'd that happen, right? Yeah, they're already teasing a breakup of Lana and Lashley. Isn't that crazy? Look how long they took in to put them together, for God's sake. Lame. Not that I care about it either way, because I really don't. But you're going to spend all that time putting all that together just to tear it down like that? Yeah, crazy. Goldberg needs to have their match with Roman rescheduled. I think he probably will. For sure. All right, what about the rest of this card here? Let's see. Raw Tag Team Champions, The Streak. Oh, well, we can't forget this one. Edge defeated Randy Orton. Last man standing. How are you feeling about this? Because I've read a lot of reviews that said it took way, way too long. I happen to agree with that sentiment. I don't know if I'm losing any sleep over it. But yeah, I feel like the match took a little bit too long than it should have. I mean, this was Edge's match back, and I felt like it just took a month of Sundays. And I felt like they felt like they had to go slow and take a really long time to tell this story. I don't know, man. I love Edge. I do. But I don't know if it was necessary to take this long. Am I saying it killed the match? Not necessarily. So, RJ's asking about when Revival will be free to show up in AEW. I'll be honest with you. If by all accounts they have the 9-day no compete clause, that's what we're hearing. I don't know if that's the fact or not. But let's just call for what it is. 90 days is not going to hurt these guys with the situation the world's in right now. In fact, in 90 days, AEW could be back in front of a live crowd when the Revival debut. Think about that. I think it worked out perfect for them. So, yeah. Jeff, I liked the match between Orton and Edge too. I didn't love it, but I liked it. I hope Edge is okay. Haven't heard anything negative at all, read anything negative at all. I don't want to see the guy hurt, obviously. I want to see him healthy, as I want to see all the stars healthy, for sure, all the talents. But I thought he gave everything he had, and there again, I think that both guys were hell-bent on leaving it all in the ring, as they say. So, it was good. I wasn't in love with it. I'm still not. I haven't watched it back yet. I've only seen it the one time. And usually by this time I've watched Mania 5 or 6 times by the weekend. I just haven't this time. It's just a different vibe for me. As it was for all of us, yes. I agree with you. Edge is awesome. I'll not disagree with that at all. Raw Tag Team Champions Street Profits defeated Angel Garza and Austin Theory as we thought they would. I thought Austin had a good first showing. I'm happy for that guy. He's earned it for sure. SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley defeated Sasha Banks, Naomi, Lacey Evans, and Tamina to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. We thought that Sasha was going to turn on her. She did not do it. The Fiend Bray Wyatt defeated John Cena in one of the most interesting matches you've ever seen in your entire life, folks. That's right, the Firefly Funhouse match. It's a mouthful. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a wackadoodle, the whole thing from start to finish. And then, of course, your main event, Drew McIntyre becomes the new WWE Champion against a Brock Lesnar. So there you go. Gary says when all this Corona stuff is done, I think Vince has to do something big on Raw, NXT, SmackDown to make up for WrestleMania. I agree with that totally. Sandy, I agree with you. I don't think John wants to break the record either, but we'll see what happens, yes. For sure. It's going to be interesting the next several months in this business, and not just in this business, but in the world at large. I mean, we've all seen our lives come to a standstill. Bills still have to be paid. You still got to make those phone calls, let your friends and family know you're alive and kicking, that you love them. I mean, it's important stuff, right? And let's face it, I'm ready to go back to see some wrestling, man. I want to go see a show in person, dude. And more importantly, I want to get back to my company as well. I want to get back to helping to run HVW and having a freaking blast at the same time. Yes? Jess, you're talking about the Firefly Funhouse match? Yeah, it was crazy. Insane. Yeah, I don't know. Showing all the different incarnations of Cena through the years, like the many faces of Foley, right? Crazy. I don't know what. Seeing Cena in the NWO shirt trolling the crowd, that's another example of Vince McMahon trolling the crowd, for sure. Having fun with it. The fact that we all believed he should have went heel years ago. But that'll never happen now because there's no point in it. There might have been money in it then, but there was more money in keeping him face. And I think the truth is the same now. It's my take. Yeah, Shannon talking about Bayley and Sasha. Maybe so. Andy says, where is HVW? HVW is based out of Hendersonville, North Carolina. Right now we are, not right now, but we're running shows mostly in that area. We're talking about taking the show in other places in the state. We'll see when we get back on the road again. We'll get back up and running. You can like the page. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. Our own YouTube channel. We got Instagram. We got Twitter. High Velocity Wrestling, man. Please go check it out. I'd be much obliged if you would. I'm the social media director for the company. I post all the social media. It's a blast. I love it. I love what I do. I wear a lot of hats in that company. I'm also a lead commentator. I'm talent relations liaison. That's a new job title. Actually, I just kind of put it together last night because it's kind of what I do. It's fun stuff, man. I love this company. I do. I love pro wrestling. I love being in the business again. I've missed it. I was in it years ago. It's been a long time. Yeah, please go check it out. For sure. John Cena said he was going to put the rest the most hype wrestler ever. I think he meant himself. Yeah, I'll believe that. Oh, Victor. Guess what just happened to you, Victor? You just won the No Prize this week. Hey, keep your eyes open. It's in the mail. Good call. And, Cena has no problem with the self-deprecating humor, pointing the finger back at himself. Right? I'm sure he went that route. God, Victor nailed it. Well done, my friend. Well done. Andy's in Spartanburg. Shut up, dude. That's awesome. Andy, brother, yeah, bring you, your friends, your whole family, man. Follow our page on Facebook if you haven't. It's High Velocity Wrestling. It's the purple and black logo. You can't miss it. For real. In fact, I will post the logo there right now, actually in the chat. If everybody watching could just like the page, that'd be great. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to make you money off of you here, folks, all right? Just advertising my business here. That's all I'm doing. Tom Clark's Main Event also has a Patreon page. We also have a page on the Facebook. So if you guys could give those things a follow, check them out, let me know what you think, all that good stuff, that'd be awesome as well. I'd really appreciate that. Let me get a link here. Boom. And boom. And comment. Did I disappear again? There I am. Crazy. Tim's late. Boo to you, Tim. I'm just kidding, man. Our usual cast of characters showing up today. There we go. hopefully you guys can click on that. Yeah, if you will, if you give that thing a like, I'd greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Rebecca, I think the Revival's going to AEW. I really do. Cameron says, I need a break from work. I'm a trucker. We've been running like mad. Cameron, be safe. Stay awake out there, okay? Thank you for all you do, my friend. I'm in my civilian job, I'm considered an essential worker. So, yeah, it's on the front lines. It's been a tough deal because we're all putting ourselves in harm's way. Thank you for what you're doing. Josh says, I don't know why they have to pay-per-view on box office. Why can't they be free? BT Sport, I know there's WWE Network, but it can't be. Just sign up. Yeah, there's, different companies come up with different ways for you to watch stuff right now. They know that people are in quarantine. I do wish some of the streaming services, I actually subscribe to WWE Network, New Japan streaming service was New Japan World, and Ring of Honor's Honor Club. But if I wasn't, it would be cool to get like free trial runs because of the quarantine situation. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? I think they should do that. It'd be like a great gesture on their part, to be honest. Will's late. Shame on you too, my friend. Kyle, I don't know that Lars Silva's been officially released. I wouldn't be surprised if you never saw him again in that company. For sure. I would not be surprised. Considering the things that he's said and done, he's been a hypocrite, and I'm just calling like I see it. He's been a hypocrite in the public eye about things. Yeah, I don't know how you come back from that. There was a gay porn video that was found out that had him in it. How do you come back from that when the guy said like some homophobic things online since the video was made? WWE doesn't like bad publicity, and I'm with them. I think bad publicity is bad, period. I'm not talking about what he chooses to do in his own time is his own business. But brother, don't start throwing rocks and don't start, insulting. And if you've got something that can be dug out, we've all got skeletons in our closet. But like this guy, of all people, knowing what's in his background, knowing the size of the skeleton, it's an 8-foot skeleton that weighs 1,600 pounds, and he's throwing those kind of rocks at people. Dude, when you end up working for the biggest pro wrestling company on the planet, you have to know that stuff might come out. Evidently, he didn't know, or he didn't even think about it. I don't know. Sandy, does it matter that it was years ago? That could have been yesterday. Does it matter? He never came out and admitted anything, did he? Did he ever come out and say, I got things in my past. Maybe I made some bad decisions. This is not who I am. And here's an idea. In the years since then, don't be homophobe, right? You're kind of calling yourself out, aren't you? I don't care if it was years ago. You got to know better. People have to grow up, man. You got to grow up. Israel, Izzy, yes? Jersey City, you're very late, my friend. It's all right. I think the next big match is The Undertaker versus new WrestleMania winner. Who wins? Brock Lesnar. Henry, you lost me on that, man. You lost me on that. To my Undertaker versus Drew McIntyre would be interesting. What was your favorite match on Mania? I think RK. Well, yeah. I think the Boneyard match, Tim, was my favorite. I don't know about what the best match tonight was, but my personal favorite was AJ and Taker. I called that match a long, long time ago. I'm sure I wasn't the only one, but I said the Phenomenal One versus the Phenom. I just thought it was a match that just kind of wrote itself. I didn't like the build up to it. I didn't care for it. I almost thought that Taker healed out at the end. To be honest with you, when he got up out of that grave, I think he almost healed out at the end. It didn't affect it or anything. It was just the way I viewed it. It's just amazing how your opinions of things can be different from those around you. And sometimes you see things that aren't there, or you see things that people see with you later. It's kind of an odd deal. Yes, it was all taped. Raw is taped. Remember that? Old school, baby. Candice LeRae interference. Well, she's part of this story, Shane. For better or worse, she's part of this story. I got to be honest with you. I don't like her work in the Indies previously, bleeding in matches against guys. I just don't agree with that. I don't think it's a good look. I don't need to see a woman bleeding in a match against a man. It's not necessary. I don't want it at all. I don't think it sets a good example. I don't think it looks good to kids who might be in the crowd. And I know what you're thinking. Kids wouldn't be in a show like that. You're right. But if you can't take your crowd to see a pro wrestling, or can't take a kid to go see a pro wrestling show, I have to wonder if the pro wrestling show you want to go to is worth watching. I'm not saying it has to be PG. Don't get me wrong here. But at the same time, I think you got to be more responsible than that, in my opinion. Yeah, Danny, you're right. Boneyard was too much like watching a movie. Maybe that was the appeal of it. Ricochet be dropped to NXT. Joe, do not be surprised if Ricochet, in your words, is dropped to NXT. I got to be honest with you. I just, that guy went from zero to hero to zero really quickly. Maybe that's the name of the column, from zero to hero to zero. Or from hero to zero. I don't know. From hero to zero. Maybe I'll write that. So yeah, it's messed up. Montez Ford and Bianca versus Aleister Black and Vega mixed match challenge be a must see. I suppose. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Folks, we're coming up on the hour mark. There have been moments where we run over the 1 o'clock mark, but we're not doing that today. I got some other stuff to do today. I have nowhere to go. Self-quarantine. The coffee's killing me if you can't tell. Self-quarantine, baby. Stay at home. Here in North Carolina, the governor came out yesterday. He is now limiting the number of people that can be in retail establishments. We'll see how they plan on enforcing that. Going to send out the SWAT teams of the National Guard or something and count heads in a building? How are you going to do that exactly? What about all the employees working there? Are you going to make us go home too? Brother, I've been ready to go home for a while. I mean, I need my job. Don't misunderstand me. But, yeah, I don't need to get sick either. And I don't need to make my family sick as well. So, yeah, we'll see what'll happen, man. North Carolina, baby. All right, folks. Does anyone else have anything back? No, Shannon, going back to NXT is not a bad thing. I totally agree with you. The only bad part, if I had to use the word bad at all, is that the guy has so much potential, but the moment he started cutting promos on Raw, I just, something told me this is probably not going to work out. Rick can't talk, folks. He just can't. Either he can't talk or they just hand him garbage to read, and maybe in that company it's a little bit of both. Rick should never talk. I say put Ricochet with a lady manager. A legit lady manager, not a woman that's got her breast popping out of her dress and she struts down the ring and she's freaking gorgeous. I'm not even suggesting that. I'm talking about with a true legit female manager, somebody who's maybe a little bit sassy and stuff, but can do the talking for him. I'd be fine with that. And for God's sake, don't make it a sex thing. Don't make it she's rubbing up on his arm and he kisses her on the cheeks. I don't need any of that stuff. How come every time a woman is a manager in that role, it has to go to sex? Why is that? Because the industry is run by men. That's why. It's a shame. But I'd like to see a legit, straight-up female manager. That's what I want to see. For my money, that's that. I would pay to see that. And I think she could run a great stable. Remember when Terry Reynolds was in WCW? Alexandra York? I thought it was good. Now, she did wear the really, really short skirts, the tight skirts. I get it. But I thought the premise of it was pretty good back in WCW. I thought it was fine. I'd love to see that now. Are you going to see it in that company? Probably not. Probably not. It's called like to see it. Zelina, From a realistic standpoint, I know what you're thinking. You can't apply realism to pro wrestling, Tom. You're crazy, especially WWE. You're totally right, but hear me out. If you know that all she does is interfere, at this point you would have stopped her, right? Rewind. How many years? 8 years, 10, whatever it's been. If you know that the Bella Twins are going to switch and cheat, then stop it. How does every referee in the company continue to be duped by the twin magic nonsense? How's that even possible? That makes all the referees look like complete morons. Yes? Well, the same is true as Zelina. When you know that she's going to cheat every time, every referee in that company must be a dunderhead. It'd be nice if they didn't treat certain officials and talent in that company like they're blithering idiots. It'd just be different. Don't you think it'd be different? I think it would be. Someone like Sherry was, Danny. Excellent call. Love it. Love it. Love me some Sherry. I do. Awesome. I assume Britt is fine, Victor. I've not heard anything to the contrary. Natty. Izzy, my God, my man. You've won the second of 2 no prizes this week. Very well done. Natty. Get out of the ring on a full-time basis, become a manager. I'd go with that. I don't think Natty's the world's best talker either, but she's credible. She's respected. She's relevant. She's got that name. She's got that image. She's good. Absolutely. God bless it, Izzy. You killed it. Good job, my friend. Yeah, Natty. Yes. I'm loving that all day. Make her a manager. They won't do it. Good job. It won't happen. Hate to be that way. It's the company. It's the company. I feel like every time we say the company, it's like talking about the CIA. It's the truth. We all just sort of like in the movies about the CIA and stuff about the agents and all that. You're like, it's the company, man. You don't run from the company. Everyone goes, yeah, I know. It's the company. It's the kind of same thing, right? When we say the company, we know what we're all talking about. We all have that mutual understanding. So, yeah. Timetable and Rhea being gone. I don't know. We'll see. Supposedly the NXT tapings have been canceled. One of those things have been canceled till next year. Postponed till next year. The May tapings have been postponed till like August. We may not see live wrestling again this year, folks. At least with the crowd. I hate to say that because I'm part of a company that wants to get back in front of a crowd. Fingers crossed, man. We'll see what happens. Paige is a manager. Christopher, I think they tried that. Paige, God bless her. I'm not saying don't be who you are. I'm not saying don't wear what you want to wear. I'm not saying that if you have a beautiful body, you can't show it off. I'm not saying you should be ashamed of what you look like. I'm not suggesting that at all. But here's my opinion. It's just my opinion. You can take it or leave it. I don't want to sound sexist or anything like that. If Paige comes out and her breasts are popping out of her top, what's the real attraction here? The female manager or her body? It's her body. It's her body. It's not ours. Who am I to say what she can and can't do with it? Totally up to her. Right? I don't know. Let me put it to you this way. I know what you're getting ready to think. You're getting ready to say, Tom, you're 6'3". You're big and hairy. You can't obviously compare to Paige. You're totally right, by the way. Paige is much better looking than I am. Straight up. However, I will say this. When I was a manager 20 years ago and much younger and bald and everything, the last thing I wanted to do was be a distraction. I needed to be a presence at ringside to play my role as a manager, to do my job as a manager. However, I couldn't detract from the match. The real stars of the match were in the ring. It was the man or man that I'm managing. It wasn't me. You notice how you never notice that Paul Heyman's at ringside? Paul does his job. He's not the focus. Lana's the focus. Paige is the focus. Terry Reynolds was the focus. Now, why is that? Because they demand to be, or because that's what Vince wants? Answer it yourself. I don't know what else to tell you. It's just my own opinion. The manager shouldn't take away. Bobby Heenan, as entertaining as he was, and as credible as he was, as amazing as he was, I don't believe took away from the matches. I don't think Cornette did either. You could make arguments that at certain times, certain matches, certain spots, yes, they did. But that's for anybody, right? I'm talking about consistently all the time. I don't think Sherry took away from the matches. It's just my opinion, folks. Again, I don't think Elizabeth took away. Elizabeth didn't do anything to stand there. She was a classier Lana, for sure. It's just my take, folks. Maybe I'm off base. Maybe you guys will all disagree with me. So, Trish Stratus with a Canadian stable. Or Natty with a Canadian stable. But I'll buy that. Sure. Vince could hold events in Antarctica, just saying. Interesting. Making Sting a manager. Alma, I just don't know if I can see Sting being a manager. To be honest with you. I just don't know if I'm seeing that. I think Sting is a performer or he's not in the company. Plus, let's be honest. What'd they ever do for him? They got him a payday, which I'm grateful he got. I'm happy he got his day. I'm happy he got in the Hall of Fame. He didn't get anything else. And this is the part where Tom sounds like he's crazy bitter. I'm not. I'm not a WCW guy, okay? But for all the work that they did to get him in that company, when it finally happened, And they did right by him in the video packages, the spots, the promos. Absolutely. Then he lost. That's a statement. Had nothing to do with Sting. It's got everything to do with the McMahon family. They continue to believe that they are the know-all, end-all, be-all of this entire business, this entire industry. And Sting had to lose because they said he had to lose. What makes any one of us think they'd do right by him now? I just don't see it. All right, one more. We're getting out of here. Alicia says until Vince is going to... Speed will be there because, let's face it, Vince wants... It's Vince's company, Alicia. You're right. You're right. Byron, did you call Goldberg Holdberg intentionally? Because, brother, if you didn't, that's quite ingenious. Or even if you did, that's quite ingenious. That's pretty nice. Holdberg. I get it. I totally get it. He's holding the belt for a while. Till the next guy gets. I totally get it. Well done. Sting versus Taker Boneyard match. But call it something else if it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, folks. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for us. I've got an announcement about next week and the week after. Tom Clark's main event is either going to take the next 2 weeks off, or Tom Clark's main event will be rescheduled. I will let you know what's going on. Next Friday is the wife's birthday. The Friday after that is our wedding anniversary. So you cannot fault me for not hanging around. However, I'm not saying I'm canceling both shows, but it's a possibility that I will just reschedule. If you will follow me on Facebook, Tom Clark, as I said before, go make friends with me so you can stay up to date if you don't mind. And also Tom Clark's main event on Facebook. Please do so. I will keep you up to date. Listen, thank you all you guys, to all you folks for watching, for listening. I do very much appreciate it. You guys know that. I love all of you. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for your support during good times and bad. Thank you so much for everything, for always being there. Thanks for making this show. Continue to make this show fun every time I'm on the air. Thank you again to Wrestling Rumors for allowing us this platform to have fun and to get done what we get done. So thank you so much to everybody involved. We're going to get out of here. Please remember, stay healthy, stay safe, and for God's sake, stay home. We're getting out of here next time. Until next time, folks. We'll see you then. Next time. Let's take it home. One more time. You ready? We'll see you next time on Tom Clark's Main Event.